he saw that like I really wanted to do this and I really wanted to work at it, and he cut short a vacation in Canada to come and see me in Equus. He saw every piece of stage work I ever did while he was alive. He would take me out afterwards. We would talk about it. He was like, you know, he was like one of the first people to say like, hey, you should look at like voice coaching and Alexander technique and like all this stuff that like, he was like, you're probably not going to get this otherwise. So like, you should just like investigate all this stuff.
Some actors entertain, others captivate, but few become legends. Alan Rickman was one of those rare figures whose presence on screen and stage left an undeniable mark on the world of entertainment. From his chilling portrayal of villains to his deeply emotional and layered performances, Rickman was a force like no other. Welcome back to Bizarre Society. Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of Alan Rickman. Alan Sidney Patrick Rickman was born on February 21, 1946 in Acton, London. Unlike many actors who were born into artistic families, Rickman's early years were far from glamorous. His father, Bernard Rickman, was a factory worker, and his mother, Margaret Doreen Rose, was a homemaker. Tragedy struck early when his father passed away from lung cancer when Alan was just 8 years old. This left his mother to raise him and his 3 siblings alone, struggling to make ends meet. Despite these hardships, Rickman displayed a natural talent for the arts. He excelled in calligraphy and watercolor painting, leading him to study graphic design at the Chelsea College of Art and Design. He even co-founded a graphic design studio, Graffiti, with friends, but his love for acting was too strong to ignore. At 26, he took a leap of faith and auditioned for the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA. He was accepted on his first try, and from 1972 to 1974, he honed his craft, receiving recognition for his commanding voice and ability to bring depth to any character. Little did the world know that this aspiring actor would soon become one of the most respected names in the industry. Rickman's early career was rooted in theater. He performed in numerous stage productions, earning acclaim for his role in Les Liaisons Dangereuses in 1985. His portrayal of the manipulative and seductive Vicomte de Valmont in the Royal Shakespeare Company's production was so riveting that when the play moved to Broadway, he was nominated for a Tony Award. In 1988, Alan Rickman made his Hollywood debut as Hans Gruber in Die Hard. And just like that, cinema had a new legendary villain. With his sophisticated demeanor, cold precision, and dry wit, Rickman's Gruber wasn't just another generic action movie bad guy, he was a character. His performance elevated Die Hard from being just another action thriller to one of the greatest films in the genre. Fans and critics alike were captivated by his ability to blend menace with charm, making Gruber one of the most beloved movie antagonists of all time. The success of Die Hard cemented Rickman as Hollywood's go-to villain. But while many actors might have been content playing the same type of role, Rickman refused to be boxed in. He took on the role of the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991, delivering a performance so over-the-top and entertaining that it earned him a BAFTA award. His sheriff was sarcastic, ruthless, and utterly hilarious. A perfect example of Rickman's ability to steal every scene he was in. But Rickman wasn't just about playing villains, he had range, and he proved it time and time again. He played the ghostly romantic lead opposite Juliet Stevenson in Truly, Madly, Deeply, 1990, showing a softer, more vulnerable side. He dazzled in period dramas like Sense and Sensibility, 1995, as the noble Colonel Brandon, capturing hearts with his quiet strength. And then came Galaxy Quest, 1999, where Rickman hilariously poked fun at himself by playing Alexander Dane, a classically trained actor forever typecast in a sci-fi TV show. It was one of his funniest roles, proving he had impeccable comedic timing. Then, in 2001, Alan Rickman took on a role that would define him for an entirely new generation, Professor Severus Snape in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. For over a decade, Rickman played the enigmatic potions master, bringing to life one of J.K. Rowling's most complex characters. Snape was cruel, yet protective, misunderstood, yet noble, and Rickman captured every shade of his personality with remarkable depth. What made his performance even more incredible was the fact that early on, J.K. Rowling had entrusted him with crucial details about Snape's true loyalties, information that even the directors and fellow cast members didn't know. This knowledge allowed Rickman to subtly craft Snape's journey throughout the series, dropping hints of his character's ultimate redemption even before it was revealed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. When Snape's backstory was finally unveiled, fans were heartbroken. The moment when he utters the now famous word always remains one of the most powerful in the entire franchise. Rickman didn't just play Snape, he was Snape. Outside of acting, Rickman was known for his deep, soothing voice, which he lent to projects like Alice in Wonderland, 2010, as the Blue Caterpillar. He was also an accomplished director, making his directorial debut with The Winter Guest, 1997, and later directing A Little Chaos, 2014. Despite his immense fame, Rickman was a deeply private person. He was in a committed relationship with his childhood sweetheart, Rima Horton, for over 50 years. The couple quietly married in 2012, but Rickman rarely spoke about his personal life, preferring to keep the focus on his work. He was also known for his generosity, mentorship, and willingness to guide those who needed it. This was something the Harry Potter cast knew firsthand. Daniel Radcliffe, who was just 11 years old when he first shared the screen with Rickman, has spoken at length about the impact Rickman had on him. One of the most heartwarming stories Radcliffe shared was how Rickman cut his vacation short in Canada just to watch Radcliffe's Broadway debut in Equus. Not only did he attend the show, but afterwards, he gave Radcliffe career advice, reminding him that acting should always be about passion rather than fame. This act of kindness left a lasting impression on Radcliffe, who continues to credit Rickman for helping shape his career. Emma Watson, who played Hermione Granger, also shared similar sentiments. She recalled how Rickman never treated the younger cast as mere kids on set, but instead as equals, always taking the time to listen to their ideas. When Watson stepped into activism and humanitarian work, Rickman was one of the first people to support her. She described him as deeply kind and incredibly generous, remembering him as someone who always made her feel heard. Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy, once said that despite Rickman's intimidating presence as Snape, he was one of the funniest and warmest people on set. He had a wicked sense of humor, often lighting the mood between takes despite playing one of the most serious characters in the series. Rupert Grint also remembered how Rickman would offer quiet encouragement when filming difficult scenes, proving that behind the sharp wit and commanding voice was a man who genuinely cared about those he worked with. Beyond the Harry Potter set, other actors and industry figures have spoken about the impact Rickman had on them. Kate Winslet, who starred alongside him in Sense and Sensibility, described him as one of the kindest and best men I have ever met. She admired his ability to be deeply serious about his work while maintaining an incredible sense of humor off-camera. Johnny Depp, who worked with Rickman in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, called him one of the greatest actors to ever grace the screen, and praised his ability to bring depth to any character he played. In August 2015, Rickman was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. True to his private nature, he kept his illness a secret from the public, choosing to continue working despite his declining health. Sadly, on January 14, 2016, Alan Rickman passed away at the age of 69. The news of his death sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. Tributes poured in from fans, co-stars, and directors, all mourning the loss of one of the greatest actors of his time. J.K. Rowling described him as a magnificent actor and a wonderful man, while Emma Thompson, his Sense and Sensibility co-star, called him the finest of actors and the best of friends. Even years after his passing, Rickman's influence remains undeniable. His diary entries, published in 2022 under the title Madly, Deeply, The Diaries of Alan Rickman, gave fans an intimate glimpse into his thoughts, wit, and wisdom. They revealed his love for the craft, his personal struggles, and even behind-the-scenes insights into the Harry Potter films. The book proved what many already knew, that Rickman wasn't just a brilliant performer, he was a deeply thoughtful, passionate, and self-aware individual who left behind more than just a filmography. Rickman wasn't just a man or an actor, he was a legend, a performer who left an imprint on every role he played, turning even the most minor moments into something extraordinary. Whether he was scaring us as Hans Gruber, making us laugh in Galaxy Quest, or breaking our hearts as Severus Snape, Alan Rickman will always be remembered. Which Alan Rickman performance is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, tap the link to watch our latest episode on the Mean Girls cast, then and now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Bizarre Society for more incredible celebrity stories. See you next time.